So BTC continued to move towards the other side or the other trend line of the channel that we talked about, as you can see over here, which we talked about in our previous analysis. Guys, welcome to another BTC update. Now, we talked about BTC making this particular move. This was the move we Now, in this video, I'm just going to look more into this channel and see the possibilities. Now, if you remember in one of our videos, I told you guys that we actually took a buy over here in our private community. Now, that trade, we got out of TP1 at 104, which was what's the first target. The second one was 108, but we didn't hold it up to 108. Why? Because there was actually an internal trend line over here. Right, we had this. There was a trend line over here. All right. So when price came to 105, which was around 104 around this area, took TP1 around this area, took P2. So I was waiting to see some kind of reaction. I was hoping to see I was hoping to see BTC do something like this, react to that trend line, then maybe reject a bit to give us another entry so that we can target um the actual target, which is this trend line over here. But that didn't happen. BTC continued to go straight to the target. But well, that is just trading for you. You're not going to catch every move in the market. Sometimes you're going to get out too early. Sometimes you will, that's just trading for you, right? So, but you always have to just try as much as you can to take what the market gives you. So, what is our actual targets, our overall targets? Now, we are still working with this daily structure over here, right? Which I've been talking about. This particular structure over here, the retracement into the golden zone. So the targets still remain um, BTC coming to take out this particular high, then creating a new high. But there is something I told you guys that there is something on the monthly, all right, that might propel BTC to come back to 95k. Now, in as much as there is no confirmation yet on the 4-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame, or not even on the daily time frame, but we have something on the monthly time frame, which is what I want to show you in this video, right? As you guys know, I trade fair value gaps a lot. So I believe fair value gaps to be magnets in the market. All right. So as you can see, we have a fair value gap over here on the monthly time frame. And as we are approaching the end of June, this is 25th already. So there's a very possibility that the market might actually come maybe towards the end of June or the beginning of July, come back and tap this particular fair value gap, and that might just lead the market to go back to 98k or go back to 95k then before the actual move begin. But like I said, this is only me looking at the fair value gap on the monthly time frame. But because if we go down to the weekly time frame, we have not printed anything that aligns, because price action is tracker, right? So you need to, if you are expecting a certain move on the higher time frame, you need to first of all see it on for example the monthly time frame, weekly time frame, daily, then down to the 4 hour. But currently I'm only seeing that on the monthly time frame. On the weekly time frame, as you can see, we had this fair value gap over here. As you can see, price came down, took our liquidity, tapped into it, and go above it. Now, one of the confirmation that I would like to see, all right, for me to confirm that okay, we are not going to go back to 95k or 98k, is if we see market closing above this line over here, all right, which is above 105. So if we can see the month of June closing above 105,000, that is 105,000, then we are not going to come back. But if for some reason the market, the month of June closes below 105, then guys, there's a possibility that the markets will need to come down to retest now to tap into that fair value gap on the monthly time frame that I just talked about. So that's another thing to watch out for. But going over to the daily and the going over to the daily and the 4-hour time frame, the targets still remain this particular high over here, or this one over here. So that is that for BTC. So BTC still remain bullish on the 4-hour time frame. We still have Our trend line is still above the trend line, all right? So everything is still in place. There is no bullish sign yet, all right? We still need to tap this trend line anyways, but that's just we leave the market to do its thing. So right now, if you are holding buy positions, you are still in the right, you are still on the right track. But remember, like I said, we might see some rejection once we get to this area. Then we'll come back and break out to clear out those targets in this zone. Or we might just see the market shooting all the way straight and clearing out the liquidity. But like I said, the targets still remain around the next psychological level, which is 110K. So that's basically where the market is heading to right now. All right. So nothing, the bias has not changed yet, but we'll have to pay attention to what I just said, concerning the monthly time frame, because during month end and beginning of the month, the markets will normally reset itself on the monthly and weekly time frame, to give the market a new start for the new month. All right. So let's see how it goes, guys. All right. Have a lovely trading week ahead. Bye.